It's been a journey, physically, mentally, emotionally, and I want to be super real with you about what it looks like. No pressure, no bounce back culture, just progress, self-love, and rebuilding strength one day at a time. Whether you're newly postpartum or just need a little boost to get moving again, I hope this gives you inspiration, support, and maybe even a few laughs along the way. Let's do this together. I don't actually have a particular diet that I do. I do, however, think about the 80-20 rule. So this applies to pretty much everything that I do in life, and this is the same thing that I also apply with my diet. So I try to eat as healthy as possible 80% of the time, and then I give myself a buffer of around 20% to be able to indulge into things and just enjoy things that I really enjoy that are maybe not so healthy. If I'm being honest, I could eat healthier. A lot of my diet has very sweet ingredients in them, particularly chocolate. So I have chocolate pretty much every day, if I'm being honest. So I let myself pretty much enjoy chocolate daily, just keeping in mind that I need to, keep it in moderation and to have a mindful amount of it. I do meal plan and meal prep so that all of my meals are already set, like I'm doing right now. And my meals have carbs, they have protein, they have veggies, fruits. I try as much as possible to incorporate as much fiber and protein into my diet to make myself satiated and feeling full. I also, for 90% of my meals, cook them at home. So I think even 95%, I cook 95% of our meals at home. And we don't eat out or take out as much. So I know exactly what goes into our food and what goes into our bodies, and it also helps with the wallet, of course. I love cooking and baking so much, and I love food. So I also try to prep my snacks as much as I can so that I don't end up just grabbing something that's maybe not so great for me. To be able to find food that you love, that you're excited about, and also tastes good to you is also very important, because otherwise you're not going to be able to keep it up. I also limit my caffeine intake, so I take about 1 cup of coffee, usually in the morning, so that I'm not crashing or anything in the afternoon, or 1 cup of matcha in the morning, and that's basically it, or tea, but mostly coffee or matcha. And that's basically all the caffeine that I have during the day, but I do take it almost every day. It helps me not to crash, it helps me not to have any palpitations, and my body's just used to it by now. The only vitamins I'm currently taking at the moment are postnatal vitamins, because they have a lot of different kinds of vitamins in them already. But before getting pregnant, I was also taking vitamin C, vitamin D, especially when you're in a colder climate. It's very important when you have winter, especially, to take your vitamin D, something that I learned the hard way. And it's very important to have that, or take a multivitamin that has enough vitamin C and vitamin D in it. I also used to take a supplement for hair, skin, and nails as well. I keep it really simple, otherwise I'm not going to be able to keep it up, to be honest. So as simple as possible for me. Right now I literally take 1 pill a day, and that's perfect for me because I already have too many things on my plate, and I don't want to just add another unnecessary thing if it's not needed. You don't want to overcomplicate, you don't want to overthink things. So this is something that I like to simplify as much as I can. I also drink tons of water every day. I drink about 2 liters of water every day because I'm also still breastfeeding. So I really even more need the hydration. But water, as you know, everybody and their mom tells you that it's so super important to drink your water to make sure that your body is hydrated for your general health and well-being. Make sure that you're drinking enough water. I have this giant 1.5 liter of water that I have on our table that I can just easily see every day, and it reminds me, okay, I haven't actually drank that much today, so I need to up my intake, and I need to make sure that I'm finishing at least this one, but ideally that I refill this again halfway through the day. So drink your water, guys. Now let's get into exercising and moving your body. Walking and standing are my main form of exercises now. As a mom, I stand and walk a lot with my kids. I do things with baby on the hip. I play with my toddler a lot. I love walking because it helps with digestion, helps decrease stress, and clear my head as well. Even with a desk job, I try to make sure that I'm taking breaks often to make sure that I'm not sitting all day. My actual exercise is maximum 30 minutes, 2 to 3 times a week. I'm still doing postnatal exercises, but still doing yoga and Pilates or strength training with some cardio sometimes. The key is consistency. I would rather do a short session 2 to 3 times a week than an hour-long exercise once a week. Even just doing exercises at home can help. No gym membership required. Now let's talk about sleep. I've always known about how important sleep is, but now as a mom of young kids, sleep is actual gold to me. So what I do is that I usually go to sleep and wake up at around the same time every single day. Whether it's a weekend, whether it's a weekday, it doesn't matter, because it really helps my body to know what time I'm supposed to go to sleep and what time I'm supposed to wake up. Because my body's just used to the same routine, it doesn't struggle to get into sleep mode, and it doesn't also struggle to wake up most mornings at least. Unless, of course, one or both of my children decides to wake up in the middle of the night. But that's a different story. Sleep is so crucial for us because it's the way that your body recuperates from the day, it's the way that you recharge, it's the way that you're able to unwind and relax, and a way for your body to recuperate from all of the stresses of the day. When you're sleep deprived, it affects your mental well-being, it also affects your mood, your emotional well-being, and it also affects the way that you show up just in general. I know that when I don't get enough sleep, I also don't feel like exercising the next day. I also don't feel like pushing myself too hard because I already feel like I have enough, that I'm just in survival mode. So I don't feel like I'm able to, show up as best as I can. I feel like a zombie, I look like a zombie, and I just don't feel like 100%. So I'm not able to push myself further. I'm not able to do things that I would like to do because I'm just trying to do the bare minimum because I'm just so exhausted. So trying to make sure that you get enough sleep is super important for your overall health. And I know that it's so tempting to just scroll when the kids are in bed, to just binge watch or do a movie marathon or a TV marathon when the kids are in bed, when it's finally time to have your me time. It's so tempting to do other things, to try to clean, to try to get the house in order, to try to catch up with your favorite shows or things like that. And I know I've done it, and obviously there's nothing wrong with doing that from time to time, but just make sure that in general that you're trying to get your 7 to 9 hours of sleep. And I know 9 seems like a lot and it might not be feasible for you at the moment. I know for me it's not feasible, definitely not feasible to have 9 right now, since my baby still wakes up in the middle of the night most nights. And I just try to get to my 8 hours. I just feel like it makes me feel so much better the next day, and it makes me feel like I can, show up as best as I can. Listening to people who know a lot about health and wellness, exposing myself to positive influences on diet and fitness helps me to get inspired and stay motivated to keep this lifestyle. Because this is not something that I just want to do now. This is something that I want to do for years to come. My ultimate goal is not to lose weight, but to really just feel good in my body. And I love that I barely get sick. As a mom, my kids bring tons of bacteria from school and from daycare, and they just bring all of that at home. I don't get sick that often, and I attribute that to my lifestyle. I honestly can't afford getting sick, and I hate it, like a lot. So I know that when I stay on top of my health, I reap the rewards of not getting sick, or barely getting sick. When I'm healthy, I'm able to show up as my best self, for myself and for my family as well. When I feel good, I look good, and I feel confident, it affects my mental health and confidence as well. As a role model to my 2 girls, I know that they look up to me and all of the things that I do. I know that they see everything I do, and this will have an effect for them later on in life. And I know that if they see their mom making her health a priority, that's the same thing that they're going to do for themselves later on. And that's what I want for them too. They're actually my biggest source of inspiration and motivation. Thank you so much for watching and being part of this journey with me. Getting back into fitness after having a baby is not easy, but it's so worth it. And I'm proud of every little step forward. If this video resonated with you, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. Drop a comment below. I'd love to hear about your postpartum journey or what's helping motivate you right now. Remember, your pace is perfect, your body is incredible, and you are not alone. Until next time, be kind to yourself, keep moving, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!